Okay, so what happened is extremely weird, mysterious, deep, and scary at the same time. I have to give you some background context. I am divorced, but I love my husband very much anyway, ex-husband. Um, it's closer to the unconditional love, I'd say. And I thought I was already healing from it. I met another amazing person and we are getting closer. And I thought I'm doing just fine. It's been a year since I've been separated and I haven't checked my husband's Instagram or TikTok or anything at all. I basically just removed myself from his social media, meaning I didn't check anything like that. So I'm not that kind of person that keeps looking and checking. What is he doing? Who is he with? No, I was protecting my heart and just avoiding everything that would have to deal with him. And so I was doing just fine, kind of, right? And I know that he still loves me as well. This is a sick part. Although we are moving on, but still, it's true when people say that love is not enough to make it work. So we didn't choose to heal together. We chose to destroy each other, basically. Uh, and so I just saw a video of him and me playing basketball on Instagram. I just didn't see that. I mean, it was on my Instagram, somewhere else in another section, and it just hit me so hard. I started crying. It was really hard, and I understood that I am not healed at all. So I just lost it, and I'm pretty okay, and I'm very strong actually. I've seen a lot, and I understood a lot. I see things, and I thought, I'm good, but I was wrong. So, and then since my mom is deceased, she came to my dream, and I have some astral projection experiences, and okay, that's another topic. But this time I met my mom uh, while asleep. Um, it wasn't another realm, it was another dimension, but it wasn't a dream either. It was somewhere in between, something like an intersection between the worlds. And whenever we'd have a problem, she would. Um, Actually, she was very addicted to future tellers, to tarot cards, and everything alike. So, and then she comes into my dream and starts telling me as if she had received that information from somebody that she had consulted with, saying that, it's going to be all fine, he's going to contact you, it's going to be like good news and something positive in general. So it calmed me down, although I know that the reality is absolutely different. There's no way we would ever get back. Um, uh, but yeah, like you never know. Anyway, so I woke up feeling better, and then I was heading to work, and my shoelaces starting. I just started like fixing my shoes one after another. I was like, what is happening? My legs felt weird. I was feeling uncomfortable in my own legs as if it was like hard and unusual to walk. And then I saw another woman passing by, and she was also like walking hardly. I was like, what's up with this, with all these signs that I should not go, that I should not move forward, and what is that? And I pay attention a lot to all the signs, and yeah, people can say that you're paranoid, but it's just that I'm aware of things and I always scan the environment because I am here. I'm here. So I look for things and I see things. It's not that I'm looking for some sort of evidence. It's just like I see the nature around me, I see people passing me by, and I basically, even though spend a lot of time in my head, I am really aware of everything that's around me. Uh, when I'm alone. And I was not, and it was very hard for me to understand what the hell was going on. Then I saw a crow jumping on one leg only, as if she didn't have it. Maybe she actually didn't. I don't know. It was getting weirder and weirder. And then, when there's no signs at all, uh, I mean, something obvious, it would be you receive a sign like a dead bird in the middle of the road, and there's no way you would escape it. Like you would have to see it. By now, I was walking straight, and then, there's many objects around. There's the street, there's people, there's buildings, and then suddenly I just turn my head to the right and I see dead bird, not on the pavement, on the grass, a pigeon. Then I go, then I walk more, and then I see another bird. And both of them I saw like accidentally. I would just feel like I have to turn now. I have to look there, and whenever I would do it, I would see a dead bird. So two times. It's really strange. So now, um, I give classes. So I had three groups, and then I thought, you know, I am on my path. I'm doing my best. I feel like I'm helping new generation to grow. I educate them the way I understand things myself. And I didn't understand why I would be blocked from going at all and doing it. I started doubting, is it what I'm supposed to be doing? But I kind of know that, yeah, that's it. So, and the classes went great. All was good. So no problems. And then I go to another one, to another class, another place. And I'm waiting for the green light and listening to music on my headphones. And then this woman stands like next to me and says, "Oh, nice backpack." And I wasn't sure if she was talking to me. I kind of understood that she was talking to me, but I was surprised that somebody would actually say something like that. People are very reserved where I live. It's not usual for people just be like, hello, how are you? It's not the kind of culture. And so I removed one of my headphones and we started having a conversation. She was smiling. She said, "Oh, I can give you an angel." And I thought, oh, here we go. Now it starts. She's going to give me something and then she'll ask for something in exchange, like money. She will say, "Yeah, we make those angels in this organization, nonprofit organization. Could you support with something? At least it would really help us." I was like, I can't buy anything. And she's like, "No, no, I'm making them and I just give it to people. It's not for sale." So she gives me this paper cut angel cut out of paper, just regular uncolored white plain paper. She takes it out of the bag with more of them. Um, so she's ready. She's just giving it away to people. And then we cross the street. She asks what my name is, and then she tells hers, and then she hugs me. She says, "I wish you all your dreams to come true," and so on. Da, 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 da. Like all the good to you. And then she says, "I could." I says, "I'm late. I have a class." And she's like, "Oh, I can also teach you something. I can teach you how to make those angels." And I was like, "No, I'm not religious. Not my thing." And she's like, "No, no, it's just like arts and crafts activity. It's nothing. It's not related to religion whatsoever." And then she said, I said, "Okay, you can give me your contact. I'll just keep it in mind." And she stops and she looks at me and she says, "We're gonna meet again." All right. And then she says, "Put this angel somewhere in your wallet or your phone, whatever you use the most, and it will bring you luck." And then she was already like, we were already separating, saying goodbye. And then I said, "No, no, no. My luck is always with me. It is not placed, uh, it's not compressed anywhere in anything, in people, objects, or places. It's always with me." She got disappointed a little bit by my answer. I could tell it from her face. She was like, a little bit, as if I was kind of refusing her gift to bring the purpose it was meant for. But by saying that I actually gave an answer to myself, I basically made a circle all around, meaning that we can't feel happy if that person is not with us, or if we are not in a place where we dream to be at, or if we lost our talisman, this mineral that brings you luck or money or or anything of that kind. It's not true. It means it always depends on external factors for you to feel good or bad. And I know that I'm not saying anything new at all. It's clear, everybody knows about it. But when I told her that, I also reminded it to myself. And then I said, yeah, it does not, it's not, it does not, it's not, what's the word? Like, it's not in an object. It's just a reminder. So basically, that angel that she gave me was only a reminder that it's not there, that my happiness is not there. That's all. So my reaction to to that circumstance, it was an answer to myself. So then she says, "Oh, well, I'm gonna visit my sister here. She lives in these houses. Okay, bye bye." We left, and after 1 hour, I was coming back, and it's a bigger neighborhood. It's a big area, but yeah, the streets are big. This, busy streets, big streets. And I'm coming back, and then she calls me again. She calls my name, and she said, "I told you we would meet again." How is this not creepy? You tell me. How is this not creepy? After 1 hour, I'm coming back after my class, and then she meets me on the street. And so we start talking, what's up, what's up, what's up, and we act as if we've known each other for years, because she doesn't have this like, oh, would you mind? She doesn't use any of that. She's very like she uses a lot of familiarity, just straightforward. So it appears to be that she had a very hard life. She had died when she was 8 years old. Um, and she recalls her leaving the body and some entity taking her on some spaceship or something, just like some sort of flying device. Um, and then so she said, I only saw the stars and just black sky and the stars, and it was just so beautiful. And then he that that entity picks a cell phone up, and this was, now she's 48. This was years ago, long time ago, when she was 8. So imagine how many years ago. There were no cell phones at the time. And he picks the phone up, and then he starts talking in a strange language. And she didn't understand anything. And then he brings her back. I mean, she just wakes up. And she wakes up because her mom at the time saw that she was cold already, and she used to sleep with parents. So her mom was, rubbing some sort of liquid, I forgot its name, that just has a very disgusting smell. And she started rubbing her body to activate something. And she basically begged for the universe or God or whatever, so she would be back, so she would live. And she promised something in exchange. Now I forgot what exactly she promised, but basically she would live with the condition that she would serve certain egregor, certain entities, and she would do this mission. And and then the person I was walking with, she said, I got back to life. I just felt this ugly smell, and I was back. And Her mom said that she was different since she was little. She has three more sisters, and they're all normal, as she says. But her story is totally different. So she started dying many times. She had died many times, and she would always come back to life. Something would happen, one thing or the or another. Once she was even in the crematorium. She was already about to be burned, and she woke up right before the fire, and so things like that. And then she said, "I was just going crazy, you know. I was even in a mental health institution, like as she was psycho. She was on pills for many years. She was saying that, you know, it was the story that I'm telling you now. It's very disorganized, and there's no any other way I could put it in order, because this is how our conversation went, and I'm not perfectly clear myself what's where, when, why. But she told me about aliens. She told me how she when she grew up with vampires. I mean, it all sounds really like out of alignment with this reality that we all know. But it's not something really new. There's people that, you know, tell the same things. So I don't. I have no reason not to trust her. She does look as she's walking on a fragile line between here and there. But she says I'm very changed. They keep putting stuff in me. They keep changing my biology. They keep experimenting with me. And she even had abusive. She was raped by some scientists. She said they would come at night. They would open the door, and they would put drugs uh, in her. Okay, I'm not going anywhere deeper, but basically, she lived a lot. It was a very, very hard period. And then she bought an apartment and moved into it. And then she saw two people that lived there, and they were dead. It was a couple. And things would always disappear. She said it doesn't matter what I would put where, it just like objects, they would just simply disappear. And then she was fighting that. She was, you know, angry with it. And then she said, I just realized one day I have to accept that. And then, no, this couple tells her what to do, what person to stop, and whom to give the angel to. Because I asked her, how come you stopped me? Why did you stop me? And she said, because you are lonely. And I was like, and I was since yesterday, and I'm very isolated lately. All my friends are far away. I don't have a family anymore. So, kind of, I do feel lonely, but I'm very, I'm extremely social at the same time if I want to, but I don't really want that noise anymore, not daily. So, and she said, they told me that you're going to now walk this on the street, and they told me to leave the house of my sister so I would catch you on the street again on your way back home. And so we had a very long conversation. She walked me for like half an hour towards the direction I had to go to. Then she took a bus back. So we were sharing information. She was teaching me, basically telling me about her life, and I was telling her what what I know, what I've experienced. And she said, "You are ready. You are ready. You are older than I am," meaning not by age, but I don't know, something else. Knowledge, knowledge, I guess. And and then she told me, "Don't be alone. Don't be alone, and always think positively. And then she just made me feel scared. And she told me, Don't be afraid. You are ready." I was like, "Yeah," but she said she's alive with the condition that now she serves some sort of system. And that's basically a slavery. Like that, this is how it sounds to me. And she's not religious. She says all the, uh, Vatican system structure is, pure demon. It's all bad. So she's not religious, and that's good because I don't trust them either. She also confirmed the fact that we all create our demons with our own bad thoughts, and it's all materializing. It's all materializing whatever we think. So this is what Joe Dispenza says. Wherever your attention goes with um, your emotion, this is how you're creating your reality. This is what you're getting. This is the way the manifestation works. So it was very interesting, but I felt heavy because she kept telling me, "Don't be alone at home." Because she told me her scary stories when they would just break into the house, rape her. And then she's like, "Don't be alone." And that sounded so scary to me because she comes from this like dark, dark world in a way. Now she thinks that she's doing a good job. She's smiling at people. She's giving angels, and she is, as a human, doing her best to heal people emotionally, as she said. Um, that's her mission. But I felt very heavy, and I thought I don't want to be connected or know any people that actually deal with black stuff, even though it exists. But I don't want to make friends like that. I mean, she would be an amazing friend. We would talk for hours because we would have many topics in common. But mm-mm. So what I did is I started doubting if I should keep that angel or not because I don't know if there's anything in that paper, if there's any programming in it, if there's anything else that she was not aware as a human being, but this entities behind her that intervene and do some other stuff, which might not be good for me. And so I called my brother and we discussed about it. I said, I can't hear my intuition. I don't know what to do with that angel. I feel it's dangerous to bring it home for some reason, although it's not because of this sheet of paper on its own, but because it comes from her. It's a sort of connection. And so we checked everything and decided that no, she's actually not good for me. She's not good for me. And the angel has nothing bad in it. Like there's no bad programming. It's more neutral because first of all, I don't give it much um, attention to, or I don't believe in it maybe because everything functions what we give weight to, right? If you say that this little piece of sugar is going to heal you, it's gonna do it. This is our power being redirected through other objects or through other people, so they would bring us happiness, protection, love, and money, and so on and so on. So I understand that this would only be some sort of uh, like transmitter, but I would have to give it that function through my intention, and I didn't have it. But I decided to leave it outside. I cleaned it with my thoughts. I actually wanted to burn it because I even went to the shop before having called my brother, and there was music of, I see fire. Do, 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 do. And I thought, oh, that's my favorite song. And I thought maybe it's a sign for me to actually burn it. But my brother said, no, no, don't burn anything. So I cleaned it with my thoughts, and I just, let it hang there outside for other people to pass it by, and so they would, smile, feel happier whenever they would see it. I said, that's your new function, and you're not my personal thing. You are for everybody. It's raining outside. I don't know how long it's gonna survive, but I saw it today. I was still hanging. So now we stopped talking, and then I start going to see my friend, and then my brother calls me back and says, "You won't believe it, but my wife said that 13 years ago she received the same angel from the same woman as well." So she's been doing this for many years, and it's just weird, beautiful, and scary. Another interesting thing is that on the same day, I received a call from my friend, and she thought, again, second time, wrong time. She thought it was my birthday. My birthday is after like 5 days. And I said, this is just weird. Just so many things are happening today that that haven't been encoded yet. And I told her the story as well. And then what did I want to say? That my cat usually sleeps in front of the fireplace because it's cold now, and he never comes to sleep with me anymore. But I came back home from this whole long day, and I found him sleeping on my bed near the legs. And then I let him sleep without moving him at all for the whole night, and I felt very well. I felt, I don't know, calm. I washed everything energetically from myself. I removed everything that I could have taken or given away uh, from this encounter with this woman. I really believe that she's doing, as a human, her best to heal everybody around. And she says, "You are like me. You are like me." It's just so good to find people that can actually, understand me, and we can talk openly. Yeah, so basically she wanted me to join what she's doing, so we would also spread that thing. And she said, "You will get this light. You are ready." So that's the story. And oh, by the way, today is the second day, and the cat is still in my bed. I don't understand what's happening. And I didn't move. I had to sleep in a half, like I had to have my legs bent because the cat was occupying half of the bed. I mean, where my legs were supposed to be placed. And I felt comfortable still, and I didn't wake up. So, and they say cats take that position when they want to protect their owners, and I don't know, very possible. It's very possible. So that's my story. I hope I'm not scaring you, but it's not easier to know more. I guess there's no way of knowing everything completely. And I told this to my friend. I said, "You are happy because you just have like emotional world, mental, and material. That's all. And I have this spiritual stuff. So I don't need to take any drugs or alcohol or anything. I already have that part. It's covered." I also, by the way, um, this woman also told me that when people die, they have three options, three doors to go to. So the left one is you go to the light, and then you are being born again, basically. So you go back to life, and that's the same thing what the with this man in the previous story about the lifelong love. Um, listen to my other audio, my previous audio, that he had to choose the left door to be back to life again. So she confirmed that, and then she said the middle door is for, oh, what is it for? I forgot. I forgot. I guess going home. Yeah, going home, like to your like real home, to your soul, or like going completely home. And the door on your right from your side. She said I couldn't open it because it's not for me. And she said most probably it's for those like very, very high entities. So like angels and stuff like that. It's for something much more powerful, much more advanced. She said, I don't know what there is. And those souls that cannot move on, that are dead, that she hangs out with now, she says, I can't see them outside. And I asked her if she can see anything around me. She said, no, you don't have anything. And then she said, but when I go home, I see them. And they cannot move on. And now they're doing like her mission through her. And she said there's going to be more and more people that's going to die and do the same thing to the living. So it's going to be more common. So, and also she said, oh, angels wear white shoes. I was wearing white shoes that day. And she just kept smiling. And I said, but how come your shoes are not white? She had black shoes and she had a lot of makeup and her eyes were dark. And she said, well, I didn't buy them yet. I don't know, but this is where my suspicion was like, who are you? Because she didn't look like an angel. She didn't look like a demon. She didn't. But I didn't feel at ease. It was interesting and intriguing, but it wasn't like after having talked to somebody like so pure and so light that you just feel fed by love. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I felt heavy. So it's probably that she's somewhere in between, that she's struggling to actually find her own identity, and that's what she was talking about. She said, I was married, but it was a real demon. I struggled a lot with him. And she said, I just changed so much after I had started to do things that bring me joy, like, like drawing or singing or making these angels or whatever. Like when you actually find your own identity, your authenticity, then everything just becomes so light and easy. And she said, this is where I am now. I mean, her. And from what I told her, she said, you're just so clear and, it's easy and you're ready. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Have a good day and take care of yourselves and be safe, happy and healthy, and in a perfect balance of white and black.